told them I would like to go to the United States so I could be able to help my parents with my younger sisters to go to college. Well, it was snowing when I arrived in December 13, 1966. And we took the bus from Newark Airport to Jersey City. There are about 25 of nurses. They graduated from all the different colleges. I don't know any one of them when I arrived here. So we just have to be close to each other to be just like brothers and sisters. Well, in the first place, I didn't want to come down to Monet because I was already assistant head nurse at Sinai Hospital in Detroit. So since my husband, they asked him to come down here to practice for OB because they need some OB doctors in Monet.
And I just moved on right after my residency in OB, as we just got married, so and then that we had a brother here. So that makes it easier for me to adjust to Monet.
So he decided to move. So I decided to go with him because I cannot be left behind in Detroit and he will be here in Monet to practice.
Yeah, I worked about 18 years in Monet, and then after that I worked another 20 years in Portland Woods. My interest was basically just because of the fact that I was already trained in OB. Basically, in the interaction with, it's just not just the woman that you're interacting, it's also the husband and the family of the whole, woman that is delivering babies, And then afterwards, after you've taken care of the baby for a few days, then they will all be after you, as I said. Some of them are still coming every so often. It's the mother that comes out. Oh, I delivered your baby. As I said, yeah, I know. But I enjoyed it. I wouldn't have, worked on for how many years there, if I really did enjoy it.
I wasn't working anymore as a nurse because I need to take care of the two children that I have,
You have to, your time is really not your time because your time is more or less the woman's time as far as the baby's time.
And then especially my daughter, every time, I want my mom, whenever I leave her to the babysitter.
That's why you have to make some time with your family, and that's fortunate because of the fact that even though I work at night, and during the day, the children are usually out.
Then I volunteer my time. I still continue helping the church to decorate the church since I arrived here in the States. I've been doing that when I was in high school in the Philippines. So if there's any special occasion, I always volunteer myself to decorate the church. I could remember the first time I brought my daughter to church to decorate. I think she was still in kindergarten or first grade. Since Trish was 8 years old, so about 40 years.
Hello, my name is Jaden Apostle. I'm a senior at Monet High School as well as my class president. I would say that in Monet as a Filipino, it was a little different, honestly. It wasn't necessarily a difficulty, but whenever it actually came to teaching people about my culture and kind of what my family did, I guess, they were really open to it. And so it was really just being really open to everyone and really clear about what we did as Filipinos and how they should kind of respect that. Being a Filipino is a big part of who I am. I know that we are slightly different from different cultures. We're loud. We like to celebrate. I know, not from personal experience, but from stories, they take celebrations really seriously.
So we're all 16 in the house. So we have a big long table, to eat.
They always threw really big parties and got everyone together to
I'm
celebrate.
glad that my grandchildren, I liked my cooking. And I don't mind cooking if my grandkids likes the food I'm serving them.
I am in a accelerated dental program which promotes returning to your community and ultimately allowing it to grow or helping it grow. I think that everyone deserves a chance, and so just being able to help people out in any way, especially because I don't always know what people are going through, and so just showing an act of kindness by helping them can really either pick someone up or just keep someone in a good mood.
If there is a blessing coming to me, even though I'm not related to them, if I win some bingo or any, I send them money in the Philippines, even though it's not my relative at all. That's what I do. Because I learned that from my parents.
Whenever my grandpa was little, my Lolo, he took that big daring step and left his family in the Philippines to come here and become a doctor. Ultimately because he wanted to help people. And so I use family as a big motivation. And so looking up to my Lolo as well as my sister, who's currently going through medical school, really just helps me to stay on track and to understand that it is possible, especially because my family members are doing it as well.
Being a Catholic, and I still a devoted Catholic, I have to continue that throughout my life because my father and my mother are all religious people, and then my dad always asks us to, every night we always to pray the rosary regardless wherever you are. And then after dinner time, so it's time for us to go pray, so everybody has to kneel and pray together.
My faith has a lot to do with my activity. If I didn't really trust the Lord and Mary, I was trained basically in the Philippines by the Sisters of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Sisters more or less inculcated on us to work on the Spirit, and through Mary, you go to Jesus. And that has been my established protocol or motto, more or less, since I was already, even in elementary school or even especially in middle school to high school.
Yeah, I would say that my faith is a really big part of who I am. I went to a small private Catholic school, and so whenever I hit my 6th grade year, this schooling ends and we have to transition into public school. But I knew that I didn't want to lose my faith, and so I continued going to school every Sunday, and we eventually started a youth group, and so I started attending youth group. I also attend a lot of different Catholic church camps as well as just events. It really just helps me understand a little bit more about who I am and what I believe in.
It helped me to raise my family, is to be closeness of my family with my parents and my brothers and sisters. That's what I've been doing here too. I'm close to my grandchildren and even extended family members who are the Filipino around this area. I always extend whatever I have. If I cook, I bring it to them. Then if their birthday party, I have to share whatever the blessing of God is giving it to me. I do that too with my grandchildren as well as my friends' children that I know.
I would say that the big way that it's intertwined is through our youth group, because really just being involved in the community and promoting our youth group through that is a big part of what we do.
Our motto from first year was to Jesus through Mary, and that's basically what has been holding me as far as the faith. There's been a lot of challenging issues with your faith, especially if you are working this way, that you're working so many other hours, you have to trust yourself. And that's basically one movement. If you don't trust yourself, then who else will, Even the Lord will just, oh, what are you doing to yourself? You're not believing in yourself. That's why you have to believe in yourself and trust the Lord. And the Lord will move you wherever He wants to go, let you go. And that is His will. And then that's the faith that I still am kind of trying to carry.